I thought today we'd get into a little bit of vocal technique. These are some small tweaks that can help you free your singing voice, and they're quick fixes that make such a big difference in your overall tone quality. So they may seem simple, basic, but these are reminders that we all need at some point along the way. And sometimes we're not aware of it. And so if we just shine that light of awareness, we can so easily see a small adjustment that we need to make that will actually create major transformation. Welcome to Reawaken Your Voice. I'm Lainey Crawford, holistic voice coach, singer, song weaver. I believe the song in your heart holds medicine for yourself and for the world. And yet too often, something happens along the way. We shut down our voice and our song goes unsung. Whether you stopped singing years ago or have always harbored an unrealized dream to start, if you're ready to finally give voice to those unsung songs in your heart, then take my hand as I guide you to free yourself from the inner critic, reignite your creativity, find your courage, sing with confidence, and reawaken those dormant parts of yourself aching for a revival. So dust off your songbooks, tune up your guitar, bust out your singing bowls, your shakers, your drum. Actually, all you really need is your voice, your breath, open ears, and an open heart. Let's play. I have 3 quick vocal tips that will improve your overall tone quality and really open up your singing voice with ease. So here we go. Number 1. Open your mouth. Like I said, these seem simple, but you'd be surprised at how often I see a singer just closing off their sound because they're not opening up enough. So open your mouth, drop your jaw, open those vowels, create space for the sound to resonate. Try moving through these vowels on a single pitch while maintaining open space, not changing much except the tongue, slightly closing the jaw a little bit more as you move into those more closed vowels like E. Sure, you're naturally going to open and close a little bit with each vowel, but try to maintain that open space as much as possible and just relax the tongue and allow that open space to be sustained throughout each vowel. So another thing you can do here as you're opening your mouth to open the resonance a little bit more is try a yawn. What that yawn does is it naturally lifts your soft palate in the back of your throat, creating even more space for the sound to resonate. And it's kind of like that feeling of surprise. You can feel that in the back of the throat, just lifting ever so gently, but creating the space for that ringing tone to come through. So what you're doing when you open your mouth, drop your jaw, lift your soft palate, is you're creating space internally for the sound to resonate. That way it doesn't get trapped on its way out. So very simply, give yourself a little bit more space, open up a bit more. Number 2, sing with your full body, not from the neck up. So no reaching from the neck. This is one I see so often when singers are really into it, they're emotionally feeling it, which is beautiful. That's what we're going for. That's one of the most important things. But if you're reaching, especially for those higher notes, and lifting your chin and creating tension in your neck, then you're closing off the sound. So check your posture, check your alignment, whether you're standing or sitting, and make sure that you have that neutral chin and, the alignment through the spine from the crown of the head all the way through the tailbone. You're feeling grounded and rooted, aligned all the way up through the crown of the head. But what I really want you to focus on here, so that you're not reaching with your neck, is that chin, keeping it neutral, keeping it kind of parallel to the floor. So rather than lifted up or tucked down and closing it off, you're keeping it level. Typically, what you see is if you're reaching for a high note, you'll bring the chin up. And if you're trying to get low into that chest resonance and really move into the bottom of your range, you might be tempted to kind of tuck the chin in. And either one of those is going to close off your sound. You want that nice open throat, and you want the chin to be in line with the ground, like parallel, neutral. So again, sing with your full body, not from the neck up. Stay grounded through the bottom of your feet, alignment all the way through the top of your head, but you're not reaching with the throat. Number 3, engage your diaphragm. This is related to number 2 because this, as you engage your diaphragm, you're really bringing your whole body into it. So rather than taking these shallow breaths from the shoulders and the upper chest, which actually creates more tension, closing off the sound again, you want to take those deep diaphragmatic breaths. You can imagine filling a vase with water from the bottom up. So as you breathe, you're pouring into the belly and up through the front and back and sides of the rib cage, those intercostal muscles between the ribs, all of that space in the front and in your back. Like there's space there to expand as well. And also as you do this, feeling rooted down, like you're opening downward as well. So it's better experienced than explained in words. But imagine that visual of filling the vase with water from the bottom up. So you're expanding all the way around. And keep in mind that every breath is a chance to reset. It's an opportunity to begin again. So even if you find yourself getting ahead of yourself or falling behind in your breath support, in your breath management, when you need that air, you take that moment, feel that expansion and think of it like a fresh beginning. You're grounding, opening, releasing the tension and realigning with each breath. Really quickly running through those 3 once again. Number 1, open your mouth. Number 2, sing with your full body, not from the neck up. And number 3, engage your diaphragm. Yes, these might seem like foundational singing principles, and they are. But that's the root of everything. We need to come back to our foundations again and again, because these are the things upon which we build a truly beautiful, ringing sound that comes from the heart. So we don't have to think about all these technical things as we sing. It's in us. It's in our bones. It's in our bodies. It has become part of us through practice. So that way we can focus in the moment on what truly matters, which is connecting with the audience through our hearts and creating transformation within them, moving them, making them feel something, shining a light on something they hadn't seen, or opening up something that they may have forgotten. So you can practice these 3 things and kind of check in on these things by singing in front of a mirror. I talked about this in depth in episode 33. So if you'd like a more detailed description of the practice of singing in front of the mirror and, checking your alignment, your posture, your mouth shape, and, checking for tension, all of these things, go to episode 33 and you'll get a more guided practice through these steps. And singing while looking into the mirror and really seeing yourself, allowing yourself to be seen through your eyes, it can feel really vulnerable, but that's a good practice too. It's a practice in vulnerability. And at the same time, this is a really practical tool to give you a clear picture of your posture, your alignment, your oral cavity, like the space and openness that you need for a really beautiful and open and free sound. Just look into the mirror as you sing and watch yourself and notice. Notice where the tension is. Notice where you have an opportunity to open up a little bit more. And also opening your eyes. It can sometimes feel easier to close our eyes throughout a performance, throughout a song as we're singing, because we can just close off the world and go into the music. But there's so much expression through your eyes. So keeping your eyes open and singing through that as well. Not just singing through your voice, not just singing with your full body, but through your eyes. We see your heart, we see your light through your eyes. So take these 3 vocal tips. These are just small tweaks. And try them while looking into the mirror. Not only watching your body and what you're doing, with your arms, with your shoulders, with your chest, your neck, your chin, your mouth, but also seeing what you can see, what you can hear, and what you can feel through your eyes. Hey friend, thank you so much for listening. If this episode unlocked something in you or moved you in some way, I'd be so grateful if you'd leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're streaming this, and share this episode with a friend who's been praying for a vocal breakthrough. Until we meet again, keep nurturing that song in your heart. Lots of love.